The Auditor General has slammed both KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape for failing to adequately respond post-major floodings in both provinces. They were given relief funds for rebuilding infrastructure and homes of those affected. The Auditor General told Parliament that both provinces were too slow to respond appropriately. We're now joined by Sipho, Nkosi, KwaZulu-Natal Human Settlements and Public Works MEC, as well as Thapelo, Mohapi from Abahlali, Basemjondolo. Thank you very much to both our guests for your time this afternoon. Babu Nkosi, let's start with you. The Auditor General says you were too slow compared with planned milestones. Maybe in your own words, what is your understanding of what you presented in Parliament and why?
Thank you very much for allowing us to speak to your listeners. Thank you very much for inviting me. I want to indicate that the Department of Human Settlements acted with speed immediately during the floods. And the major challenge was the acquisition of land. I think the previous MECs were informing the public that the land parcels that were available in the areas of the Metro and Umsundus, we had problems of getting the neighbors allowing for that. So they did not want us to build on that pieces of land until the time that we decided to move our people from the community halls to the rented flats. That's where they are today. And then we had to struggle in order to get the land parcels, of which we ended up acquiring 13 land parcels. Then out of that 13 land parcels, only 2 of them that are available for the starting of the processes because the environmental issues have been addressed. But the issues that are still outstanding are the Spluma issues. We have engaged our own Metro to make sure that they speed up those processes so that we start the construction of houses in such sites. With the rest, we are still struggling with the environmental issues and the Spluma issues. But we want to indicate that our people at the moment are living in the places where even the heavy rains and storms come, then there will be no loss of lives. We really feel bad about so many people that lost their homes and their properties as well as lives. This is the situation that to experience all of us, and we hope that we are going to make sure that in future this does not occur. But we want also to declare to our people that we are in the process of acquiring the Montclair Lodge, which is a big space in Montclair in Durban, where we are going to prepare it so that when the storms attack again, we'll be in a position of making sure that our people are rushed there so that we don't lose a single life. We're hearing that other stakeholders are having some challenges.
Just for the purpose of time, allow Thapelo to perhaps respond to some of the things that you have indicated. So Thapelo, land parcels appearing to be a problem. What are the people that you are dealing with telling you?
Yes, good afternoon to the viewers. It is very unfortunate that a year and months later that we are still talking about this topic, where our people still languish in flood-prone areas. There are still people who, besides the people who were affected by floods, there are people who are still living in danger where if these floods were to come back, they would be affected. The MEC speaks about people living in rental places. In these rental places, people have no access to electricity, no access to water. The community in KwaMasuthu, in Clear State, have been complaining about the places where they are living. The unfortunate part is that the previous Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, with the previous MEC, went into the area and had a media briefing to say that they were going to bid a temporary relocation where they're going to temporarily remove people. And that land is still empty and nothing has been done. And the problem that we are having with the department is the fact that if they have problems with the Ratepayers Association and those who are concerned and not wanting to have informal settlement in their area, we have asked them as Abahlali Basemjondolo to engage with us, and we will engage with those individuals or those groupings in those areas. And they have not come to us. We are still waiting for the department to respond to us with a letter that we have written to them requesting a meeting so that we can address these issues. Some of these issues are developments that have been hung because there are mafia ANC chairpersons who are in charge of these things who do not see the difference between development for communities and development or that those development belong to the ANC. So these are challenges that we are having in KZN, and I hope that the minister, since he's new in the department, that you will open the door for us to engage on these issues. We have the solutions. We have the list of people who are affected. We have the list of people who are living in flood-prone areas that we can give to him and find solutions together. But if the department keeps pushes us away, we are unable to find a resolution as a collective.
Nkosi, Thapelo says you are pushing them away. Maybe your response to that. And then also, if you could please tell us, because the city has only used 251 million rand of the 5.8 billion rand that you received through grants, loans, and reprioritization of budgets. Why has the city only used 4% a year later?
I would not answer for the city, but the first thing that I want to indicate is that we have committed ourselves to meet with Abahlali Basemjondolo. Both the communique that I got to Thapelo the last week, and also when I was in the interview with the president of Abahlali Basemjondolo, the main problem that I had is that my program is full. But what was worse was that the PA and the head of ministry got sick, both of them. So that's why then I couldn't make it. And I would want to speak to my brother Thapelo so that we make sure that Mr. Mohapi, that we arrange that meeting so that we meet at the earliest convenience. But I can meet even at the late hours because these are the issues that we must deal with together with the stakeholders. On the question of the settlement of people in the dangerous areas, we are pleading everyone, Amakosi, in the areas of Amakosi and the municipalities, that they don't allow people to settle in the dangerous area, because when heavy rains come, and then those people become easy targets of those, and what is worse will be the loss of lives.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Maybe we can help facilitate the meeting. Thapelo, when are you available this week?
I'm available. I'm currently in Cape Town at the moment trying to resolve the issue of floods with the informal settlements, but I'll be in Durban within the week. Friday will be better if the minister the MEC is available.
Nkosi, Friday?
Friday, I don't know my daily program so far, but I think I can squeeze myself to meet with them because they are a major stakeholder and they are rendering good assistance to our people.
Okay, so we have a date of Friday. I guess the rest of the logistics will be sorted amongst the both of you. Thank you very much for coming on board.